Hey everyone, Red here, and I've had some requests about Deathslinger lately, and I'm definitely glad to get into it. After spending about 2 million blood points, I have quite the assortment of builds I really want to try out. Today though, I'm running Monitor and Abuse, which I think is essential on Deathslinger, Nurse's Calling, Thanaphobia, and Hex Ruin. In future games, I'd probably want to swap Thanaphobia for Sloppy Butcher and Ruin for Corrupt Intervention, as games can go rather quickly if you have a really bad start. This game I felt was a great example to show you guys, as it is one of the craziest games I've had in a long time. Deathslinger is a really fun killer, but you're going to have to put some time on him, as unlike Huntress, his harpoon isn't very forgiving in the hitbox department. If you can't hit a good percentage of your shots, you will have some rough games till you get it down. I myself still have a hard time getting some shots, especially against survivors who are really good at feinting. For survivors, I treat Deathslinger like Huntress. When it comes to loops, he can shoot over them, so be wary and learn when to duck. When chasing survivors, I prefer to chase them in a way that still allows me to patrol the gens, especially in the early game, where I don't know where they're all at yet. Quick shots can be great when you have the aim perfectly down, but this here cost me a few seconds, and with Deathslinger, every miss costs you time. Loops with short walls or barriers are great for Deathslinger, as a well-aimed and timed shot can stop the time wasted at a loop. I opt to leave her slugged as this gen was close to being finished, and I have a feeling survivors will try and rush it down. David made a fatal whoopsies. Now time to go get the first survivor I slugged. Slugging while most think toxic is a great pressure builder. While I miss my shot in Zruna, at least I know where David is heading. I felt that really had hit, but it goes to show how unforgiving that hitbox can be. This poor David. I could have kept chasing, but I felt getting a guaranteed hook took priority, especially against a very altruistic team. Taking a hit there does nothing for his teammate, as the hook's too close. As I've played Deathslinger, I've noticed my chase time has went up as I haven't perfected his gun just yet. I stress a lot in my games that a 20 to 25 second chase should be the longest chase you have as killer. With Deathslinger, some of mine go on for about 45 seconds because of misses like the last one. The good news about this is that the better Deathslingers are going to have less chase time, which is great, and I do love skill gameplay and I like being punished when I'm not doing something well. This David needs a meme about him, I think. I can be a goober sometimes too. It happens. Don't judge. Something about hitting him that feels so right. Now, while I'm being a dirty, toxic little slugger, it really came down to survivor mistakes, which is why I love this video so much. It shows mistakes on both sides, which is something we can really learn from. Popping this gen actually stopped me from picking up the other two, as kill mode had became activated. It's really just playing whack-a-mole at this point. In this moment, the game is sealed in our favor. Unbreakable is such a game-saving perk in moments like these. This is where I immediately regretted not picking up survivors moments ago. Keep in mind, all these survivors are rank 1 and 2, so with all of them being up again and not having a lot of hooks already in play, it's almost like starting over. Ruin was taken out super early, and at higher ranks, survivors can be efficient as hell and pop gens very quickly if given an inch. When reeling in a survivor, make sure to guide them if they are trying to get to cover. Backing up reels them to you, and you can guide them by moving opposite of the objects blocking their path. You'll notice I keep heading back to this gen and there's always a survivor there. Survivor's mindset tend to be focused on a gen if it was ever close to being finished. I actually had missed the other David running opposite from me and thought he was rushing straight to the hook. I soon realized, and well, he'd already gained quite a bit of distance by that time. This is a mistake on my part. I've been pretty okay at my shots this game, but still every one of those misses has added up and costed me a lot of time overall. My quick finger and me don't get along, and it cost me a gen. That was actually a really good juke. Most survivors will try and dodge for a little bit and then move in a straight line. Best to wait for moments like those and never be too hasty like I can be at times. I make sure to keep an eye but look away while I reload so I can try and get a nice little shot in. I broke the line because I didn't want to give an unnecessary speed buff in this scenario. She was uninjured, so of course I'll take the stun for that. This game took a 180 very quickly. I went from a 4K into a potential 1K due to the awesome Unbreakable play and the mistakes of mine after that ate up too much time. This game was super fun as I always felt like I was pressuring, but also under pressure at the same time. I have to be careful in this chase and really keep it short as I know Dwight is clearly going to stay nearby on the gen. This is why Deathslinger has so much potential. The blood tells me where you're at, Dwight. Reloading here can be counted as another mistake, as there was no nearby survivors and I could already be in the process of carrying him to a hook and getting back to pressuring the gens. With David down, I should be able to secure the 4K after all, since now I can invest the remainder of the time into Zarina. I really need to keep in mind how the hitboxes act when a survivor is running at an angle. As I land the shot, I realized there was one last unbreakable, which has even more game-changing potential, as it pops at the perfect time. As adrenaline activated, I am essentially now only guaranteed 2 kills with a potential 3rd, but I have to stop missing shots. Now, I typically never care about the last person getting away, and I'll take the 3K, but this game had me wanting blood, so when hooking her, I want to make sure I get as close to the gate as possible to entice a save. Maybe get that moment for the 4K. After checking and making sure the door is 99, I need to go into a detective mode and sweep this area for David. That was not the shot to miss. If she has DS, the 4K is gone. And with that, everyone, we finally secured the official 4K. This game was super fun and intense, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Deathslinger is a great and fun killer with a bit of skill ceiling to separate the good and mediocre Deathslingers from the amazing Deathslingers. If you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Twitter and hop into the Discord. I post video updates, memes, debates, and random garbage from time to time, and I love to chat in Discord when I have the time. The next videos in work are Insta-Down Clown, The Hag, and another Quick Tips video, along with some no commentary gameplays for my viewer base who just prefers the gameplay. If you have an idea or a killer that you want to see in a video, let me know down below. I hope you harpoon yourself some thick Janes in the future, and until next time, I'm Red, and I'm signing off. Come on.